Okay, today I'm going to introduce you to this. This is the Lakland SK-44-AJ, which has been made in Japan by ESP. So this is a little bit different to the ones that you might get in America, in that the Japanese-made ones have they're made in Japan, not made in Korea, and they have the Duncan pickups rather than the Lakland pickups. The ones that you get in America, which are in the SK Skyline series, they have Duncan pickup, not Duncan pickups. They have the actual Lakland pickups, which are hand wound, because I believe they have the bodies and necks manufactured in Korea, then shipped back to the US, where all the electronics are installed by Lakland, and quality control and checking and everything is done by Lakland. Whereas in this case, Lakland have left the Japanese manufacturers, ESP, to build these and produce them. So they've kind of entrusted ESP with the build. And I have to say, it's pretty good. It's pretty good indeed. It sounds absolutely fantastic. That's the main thing. It sounds great. You know, on the balance setting, if we just balance everything up and we that's what you get. And then if you boost the bass, and then if you boost the mid, it's a good sounding instrument. So that's just on a balance setting. If we dial the rear pickup and we just dial everything flat, you get a fantastic sound. This is what I'm most impressed with on this. And then if you dial up the mid, you get really nice. It's very nice, and then you get that honk, you know. Just add a little bit of bass to that, and even better. And then you can hear that wherever you go on the neck, it's even. The response is nice and even. If you add treble to that, so everything is up. Yeah, it's great. I love the tone you can get out of that on the rear pickup. It's got everything you want there. It's got that lovely honk. It's all there. And on the front pickup, everything flat on the front pickup. Okay, now let's boost the mid. And then boost the bass. And boost the treble. So, I mean, that was probably a little bit loud. It's just overloading my sound card a little bit, but the tonal array on this thing is great. I'm very impressed. And these things retail new for about $1,100 something around that, around the $1,100 mark, on average. This particular one is an X-Display one, which I have up in my eBay store now for about $700. Yeah, it comes with a full year's warranty. It's got a couple of minor, tiny little scratches just from where it's been used in the store. People have tried slapping on it and stuff like that. So, got a few little scratches, nothing major though. Everything else is perfect. So I just want to talk about my conclusion for this. Because yeah, I think in terms of sound, I give it full marks, because the combination of the pickups, which are the Duncan's, they are what are they? JB101s, Seymour Duncan JB101s, and it's going through an I think it's a Bartolini ME3 preamp, which is a 3-band preamp. I think the combination of tone, the sound you can get out of that is very versatile, and it just sounds good. You know, it's got the right sound to it, which is fantastic. So that's a really good point. Other good points, I love the hardware. I love the bridge, string through bridge. You know, Lakland's oval bridge with the logo imprint on it. It's very tasteful. You got the hip shot lightweight tuning heads there. Although you got lightweight tuning heads, you got a fairly heavy body, which is one downside. However, the whole thing weighs maybe 4.2 kilograms. It's a little on the heavy side for a 4-string, but nonetheless, it's fine. Okay, other good points about this. I think the Rosewood fretboard it's nice, and they certainly haven't scrimped on the material. It's a nice thick wedge of rosewood. Feels good. And the I don't know if these are actual real bone inlays or not, or if these are just acrylic dots. They're made to look like bone, whatever they are. And then the nut as well, I think, is acrylic. Yeah, it's not real bone. So, but yeah, it feels good. It feels good. That's fine. Let's talk about some of the negative things about this now. The only thing that I find I'm not so satisfied with on this is just the attention to detail and finish. I mean, the fretwork's comfortable, it's fine and everything, but I noticed that it's not been filed down to perfection on the edges. You can see some of the filing marks and stuff still. I mean, you might not bother you. It doesn't get in the way of playing at all. But it's something you notice. And similarly, I noticed on the headstock, I can still see some of the sanding patterns that have been, you know, the guys who sanded it down by hand have not maybe used like the finest grade of paper. I don't know, there's still some, you can see just a few marks here and there. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I found the same thing actually on the ESP Edwards range as well. It's basically the same. They don't pay as much attention to detail as they do on the high-end range. So I guess it's to be expected in this price bracket. As I said, it's about $1,100 on average new. So yeah, I mean, in general, I'm very satisfied with this instrument. I think it's very good. I would recommend it. The only thing that I miss about on the fretboard is not having 21 frets. It's 20 frets, which is enough for most. But I like to. I'm kind of missing it a little bit, you know. But anyway, that's. You know, it's a great bass for a workhorse, I think, and it sounds clean, and it just sounds good, well balanced, tonally. You know, you can plug it in and play really easily. It's easy to use, easy to set up, and it feels good. It's a 34-inch scale, by the way, and I think I've said everything about it now. So, yep, there you go. It's the Lakland SK-44-AJ. This one is the Japanese-made version. What's the difference between Japanese version and the Korean US version? Okay, well, this one has different pickups. This one has the Seymour Duncans, the JB101s, whereas the Korean US one has the hand-wound Laklands in it. So basically they have the, as far as I know, don't quote me on this, as far as I know, they have the bodies and necks and everything made in Korea, and then they assemble it in the US. It gets shipped over to the US, they assemble it in the US, and they put in their own hand-wound pickups, in their vintage pickups, which are very nice. So this maybe sounds a little bit different to that version. However, I believe Lakland have left ESP to their own devices in Japan and just let them get on with the production of this model. They also produce the other SK-44 as well, which depends. I might get one of those in as well soon. I'm suitably impressed with this, so I'll be looking into more of the Japanese-made Laklands too, if you're interested. So those are the main differences really between the two. And of course you might ask, what's the difference between the high-end US-made Laklands and the Skylines, or the Shorelines and the Skylines? Okay, I don't know everything about this, but in Japan the Shorelines are a higher end model, and they will command generally about $500 more and up per model, and I think the attention to detail is better on the finish, and I think also the circuitry components are a higher grade as well. And then above that you've got the US made Laklands, which are kind of like handmade boutique models, which instead of having like a this is another difference between Shoreline and Skyline. Like a Shoreline Lakland will have, instead of having a laminate top, which is very, very thin, it will have a proper wedge, like a good 5mm wedge of wood on the top for its finish. So that's a difference there as well in build quality and construction. So there you go. I think I've given enough information there for you to make a good judgment about this instrument. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to PM me. I'll be happy to help you out. Alright, thanks a lot for watching.